Well, welcome to the channel, everybody. My name's Paul. If you're new here, I've got a little business called Hines Towing and Haulage. I'm an owner-operator. I'm out here standing in the sunlight. I'm an owner-operator based out of Perth in Western Australia, and I've got my float and the dolly and the truck and a bit of other gear, and I move oversized loads around the country. At the moment, as I'm editing this video, I am currently making my way across Australia with this conveyor belt here on, but generally I move agricultural gear and machinery and such. In this video I'm moving some sprayers and some other gear around into the field days that we have in Western Australia, in Dowran and Newdigate and such. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Good morning and welcome. It is a Friday morning and I have just stopped in Queerding, had a shower, towels hanging up there to dry because I didn't want to take my boots off to climb in the back and hang it. I'm on my way to load a large tow behind sprayer that I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get it on the trailer. Driving straight into the sun, so I'm Queerding. Yesterday I delivered a grader that went a little pear-shaped because of a road closure, and I ended up sat on the side of the road for about 6 hours waiting for the Shire to open the road. And it turns out they had opened the road, they just hadn't taken the signs down. So yeah, sat there for a bit longer than I needed to. But anyway, so all in all it was only about a 13-hour day, but I'd slept the night before at Woburn Road Train Assembly area, just because there's facilities there, showers, toilets. Very, very noisy. Would not recommend. Yeah. Anyway, so I pulled up about 8 o'clock last night, and that was enough. And out Wongan, and I'm cutting through this way to Narrabeen to load a sprayer. I've turned the camera around, but all you're going to see is the sun, which is quite blinding. So we'll do a bit of filming. I'm loading the spray to go to Dowran Field Days, so I'm assuming it's either a demonstrator or a brand new one. Now, I've spent yesterday out in the mud on the mine site, so the truck is feral, and it just does not sit well with me turning up to deliver a brand new machine and the truck is just mud from top to bottom. It's a really bad look in my opinion. Never mind. I don't have access to water out here to wash it, so we'll just have to make do. The car stopped on the side of the road there. I only saw him at the last minute because the sun. I'll concentrate on what I'm doing. Alright, well that was a mission. Loaded, on my way, but hell, saying if it fits it ships, doesn't quite. So it's actually squeezed in, touching the top deck there, and I've had to go right to the very front of the trailer. Big chains crossed underneath it, and the leg is right at the back. and sticking out, but it's not going to move. It's just I need a bigger trailer. So the booms, the masts, clear of the ramps just. But yes, wouldn't want to be any longer. Which is all Spiderweaver chains under there. And the trailer's at 3.5, so it's just over that. And yeah, so lucky there's not much paint left on there as it is, because there's even less now. The plan was, if it didn't happen like that, I would have taken those top decks off of the forklift and just stuck them on afterwards and have to worry about it when I get back. But look at the state of the mud on this thing, would you? My word. Anyway, 200 k's to go. Let's carry on. Right, it's now nearly 3 hours later and we're just coming into Darwin. I'm going to loop around the town so I can come in the gate I want to come in, rather than canter and right at the start of town here and cut through. But I will go around the way that I know and come in the gate I know, and then got to find the site. There should be a telehandler on site. I was meant to do that myself, but I got held up yesterday with the road closure for several hours, so that sort of ruined those plans. So I managed to get somebody else to do it this morning. Telehandler's already there. I shall unload myself, unless there's a volunteer wanting to do it for me. So I can't remember if I said, this is the Darwin's where I bought my dolly from. I was in Northern with a big tractor on, heading north. I wasn't actually coming this way, but I was parked up for the night, and I saw it on Facebook. So I messaged the guy, got his phone number, gave him a ring and said, can I come out in the morning? And I did. I think it might have been a Saturday morning I come out and yeah, had a look at it and negotiated and purchased it. And then picked it up. I think I picked it up on the way home. I paid for it, picked it up on the way home a couple of days later, and yeah. And then stripped it down, repainted it, new axles. I was planning on coming out and if I'm not working, I may still come out here and just talk to people, try and drum up some business. Oh, that's another job just come through from a company that has failed to pay me. Right, so I'm looking for site number 177. And I reckon it's right there in front of me where that green Merlot is, because that should be the machine to unload me, and I'm sure that Cropland sprayers, which is what I've got on, are normally there. 174, I'm just reading the numbers on the ground, 175. 176, 177. Am I going to drive in there, or am I going to park out front? Don't want to. Oh, I might go on the other side of the road even. Well, that was a shambles. I really need a camera person because trying to do that myself was a pain. The camera fell over in the cab of the machine and I didn't notice. And then I got out and tried to carry on doing, and 5 minutes later I realised the camera was probably still in the machine filming, and I went back and it was lying on its side. So anyway, that is off. Right, so I've just rung the farmer and he says there might be someone there at 5 o'clock, but it's going to be dark at 5:30, so yeah, I will try and get it on tonight. Obviously I could do it in the morning, but seeing as it's only 2:30 now and I'm going to be at the farm in about an hour and a half, it'd be nice to knock it out, or at least get it loaded tonight, and bring it here tomorrow morning at a leisurely pace. So, and then come Saturday lunchtime, I'll basically be free of that machine and nearly free of field days. I've been asked to, just got a text asking to do another one. Anyway, I don't want to turn around here, but there's almost parked this truck on the road here. Try and not do a U-turn and mess things up too much. Nice little Lustig trailer there. Those ramps are exactly what I need. They're trifolds. Trailer's far too short, but the ramps are good. Nice, I'm just bouncing down the farm track here on the way to find our next sprayer. It's only 100 and something k's from where I dropped the last one, and there's going to be nobody here for an hour or two, so I'm hoping I can still get it loaded tonight. And I've got about 10 minutes to the nearest roadhouse, showers, food, that sort of thing. I mean, I've got my food. But it's always nice to be able to have a shower at the end of the day, and I'm hoping that they will be here to supply a tractor to load me around 5 o'clock. That gives me 50 minutes to get it on, chain down, and to the roadhouse. So sunset is 10 to 6 tonight. Well, there we go. So, we made it to Tammin. Another sprayer on. This one, we load it with a tractor, and they're a bit of a pain with the tractor. So it's off to one side. And normally, I wouldn't take it like that, but I was running out of daylight. And so I'm at the Tammin Roadhouse. It's already noisy. Anyway, so yeah, it's off to one side. No, I wouldn't normally take it, but it's going 80 kilometers, and with the tractor loading, and this axle steers. You can lock it if you've got the bars to lock it, but I don't have them. So it is what it is, as they say. It's on there, and it's not going to move. And this one's a bit shorter than the other one, so that last one took up the whole trailer and then some. Anyway, I'm going to go get showered up and possibly have a stubby and call it a day. And in the morning, Saturday morning, I've just got to run this out to Tammin. No, sorry. So in the morning, I've just got to run this one to the Darwin field days. I'll unload myself again like I did today with that Merlot. That's it. Go home, wash the truck. Right, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Saturday morning, and what a cracker day. So I got loaded last night. Truck got loaded, I didn't get loaded. And just pulled in at the Tammin Roadhouse. I still had half an hour of daylight or so when I pulled in, but I wasn't going to get anywhere with that. And that situation, whereas all I got to do today is drive an hour or so, unload this, and then hightail it back into Perth. So yeah, there was no pressure. Just watching trees here, it's a bit low. So yeah, so that's it for today. I got there. Oh, that's low. And I'll give you a look out the window here. We are just making our way back to Tammin. Making my way from Tammin to Darwin, and the sun's up, and it is going to be a good day. So it should be pretty straightforward. Just get out there, unchain it all, and wheel it off, put it in the lineup with the other one, and as long as it's not too busy, which I was actually surprised how busy it was yesterday. A lot of people there, a lot of gear. I mean, there's still 3 full days of setting up before the show opens on Wednesday. So Saturday today, we've got all day today, tomorrow, well, basically 4 full days, and the lot's pretty full. So yeah, interesting. But like, it's good to get out here, but I'm reasonably happy that if this is my last load in, I only do the 2. I get to come in, have a bit of a nosy, but I don't have to battle, because as the days go on, there'll be more and more people in there, and it just becomes quite a hassle. And very lucky that I'm doing these 2 croplands, the sonic sprays. I've got a weed it on now. That they've sent their own telehandler in, so I don't have to beg, borrow, or steal to get unloaded. I can grab the machine myself, unload myself, and get out. So very lucky with that. Anyway, had 1 coffee this morning. I could do with another couple. Not too bad noise-wise. I heard someone pull up right beside me in the middle of the night and park up, and then I heard them start off this morning, but I didn't mind. I heard them this morning. They went around, knocked all their tyres, and I was pretty happy with that. There's not a lot of blokes still do that. So, and he had a road train by the number of tyres he knocked. It's good to see there's still a few good operators around there that check things like that. And there was a couple of other drivers in their Volvos that just left them idling all night, and they're still idling this morning. So, I'm pleased I don't pay for those engines. Anyway, enough dribble. Let's carry on. Well, there we go. We made it. That's a nice little trip from started at 10 this morning, and obviously no time constraints. I was able to muck around with cameras a bit. Just snuck in here between the marquees, and I think I can wheel this straight off here and be on the correct site, because this is the next site here. So if I wheel this straight off, drop it there. Alright, I'll get some chains and signs and flags put away and we'll rip into it. Right, now because that machine's a little off to one side, we want to grab it a little off to one side, to that other side. And so if I just come on a bit of an angle here, and the joy of using the telehandler to do this is I don't have to get up the ramps at all. Okay. That way. Too far. Just sort of threading the needle here. I should really wash the windscreen. A little bit that way. Alright, if I go out a bit more there. Right. Do it. Get me. Where did I put my gloves? So I had that sitting on timber. So we're just a little bit off to the side. So when we pull it, it should hopefully go that way. Get it on the other side. Right, never walk under a suspended load, kids. Alright, sorry about the noise. So that's tracking back onto the trailer, which is precisely what I was hoping. Watch that leg because I didn't wind it up. That back axle steers, so sometimes if it's pointing the wrong way when it takes over, as it has there, it can steer you off, but I'm pretty happy with how that's gone. Alright, touchdown. How did we go? Did we pass? I reckon we did. Right, let's pick this trailer up and stop talking to myself and get out of Dodge.